A teacher handed a jar to a kid. Tap it every 15 seconds is what he forbid. He made a bed with the kids who never paid mind. If they stayed quiet the whole class, he'd leave good grades behind. They watch him chug a whole box of milk in one go, just to see him make a fool of himself in the show. The students just wanted to see him look a fool, so they worked together for once, they followed the rule. Whenever someone tried to cause a little mess, the others shut them down, they did their best. As time ticked by, the milk disappeared from the desk, and notes on the blackboard grew longer, no less. They didn't even realize what was going on. Without even knowing it, they've been focused all along. Some even raised their hands to answer the call. The wildest class became the best of them all. But just when Mr. Clark thought the good times would stay, the principal said raise the fees, it's the only way. Clark said no, and that was his crime. Fired from the school, not given much time. He had no choice but to pack up and go. Head to New York with nowhere else to show. But in New York he met the hardest class he'd seen. 6 teachers had quit and the kids were mean. On the very first day, they brought him down low. The toughest girl threw her books on the floor in a show. Chaos erupted, the room was a wreck, while lunchtime looked like wild horses, what the heck. Nothing like the honors class next door, so neat and orderly, calm to the core. A lady teacher said you can quit if you want, but Mr. Clark wasn't the type to just front. He wasn't about to walk out that door. He'd fight for these kids, that's what he's here for. He set up new rules, thought things were getting bright, but walked the next morning, he was wrong, not right. The room was a battlefield, chaos and defiance. They fought back hard, no hint of compliance, and nobody owned up to what they had done. His heart was in pieces, he thought he had won. He stormed out of school, angry and torn. For the very first time, he wished he'd never been born. But a friend's words hit him like a spark in the night. He picked up his courage, he stepped back in the light. He studied each student, what they love to do, and tailored his teaching to break through to them too. But the principal didn't like what he saw, called him to the office, said you're breaking the law, you're ruining the reputation of this whole school. But Clark wouldn't back down, that's not his rule. He made a bet with the principal that day, 6 months from now every kid passes, that's what I say. The principal laughed, said it couldn't be done. You're dreaming, Mr. Clark, you're the only one. Back in the classroom, he told them to go. An impossible target that challenged their soul. He said, being looked down on feels like being swallowed by dark, but being in the dark only means you are the spark. If you want your future, stand up and ignite. One candle at a time, step into the light. One by one the students walked up to the flame, each lighting a candle, no two were the same. In that very moment they started to believe that Mr. Clark was the miracle they could receive. Day after day, he pushed through the grind. The students respected him, they left the trouble behind. Grades went up every week, the numbers were clear, but the long working hours whispered danger near. Less than a month left till the final exam. He couldn't give up now, he was doing all he can. Pushing past limits again and again. Mr. Clark finally broke, his body gave in. The students thought it was a joke at first, but when he did it move, the silence burst. They watched the ambulance take him away from it all. No one left the window, they stood there and stared. After the doctor examined him, head to the bone, he delivered the news, devastating alone.